What happens when we're faced with a choice? When we don't feel an immediate threat, we use this creative imagination of how our life could be different, right? Any one of us can imagine a different life. You begin to imagine what this different life might be like, feel like, look like. Any one of us can do that. In fact, all of us have. Maybe you imagined that life today. Hey, thank you for stopping by and listening to my video. It means so much to me. Please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me build my credibility with Google and YouTube. I'd love to hear from you. I'm creating these videos with you in mind. So give me a thumbs up, a like, share this video if you think someone might appreciate it, and subscribe. Thank you. When I worked my 9 to 5,
I imagine so many different things.
like hosting my own podcast, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But we do this the moment you find yourself in an immediate need to make a change, to have a choice. Maybe you feel forced to change under these current circumstances. Wouldn't you rather think of it as being faced with an opportunity to make a choice? Now is the time to tune in to that creative imagination. Or have you forgotten? Panic. Turn the imagination into vision and vision into reality. Because of this pandemic, you might have lost your job. Because of COVID-19, you are working and you actually like the idea of working from home, but it's no longer an option. You're now faced with a choice. Now you can start that new business. What if you can make that decision right now? What if you can make that decision right now? I learned that it only takes a moment to decide to make a change. It might take a lifetime to ponder, but a moment to decide. When I stopped working, that was the perfect time for me to create my platform. That podcast I mentioned earlier, something I had imagined before, something I have been thinking about. I didn't do it right away. I spent so much time thinking about it, and then when I had my break, I thought about it some more, as if more pondering was going to give me a different result. It was 4 years later that I created my YouTube channel. It wasn't a podcast, but essentially this new platform of choice. Why did I wait 4 years to do something I could have done right away? If it's meant to be, if it's going to keep hounding you, if you're always going to think about it, well, you've already decided. You're faced with a choice. And you don't need permission to take action. And you don't need permission to take action. Carl Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens." We're not what happens to us. We are what we choose to be in the moment. Don't you waste another minute, like I did, thinking about it. Thinking about it gets us nowhere but behind. Action takes you there. It's just the right time for you to bring alive that creative imagination. Why wait?